Hey there, it's Boots Owen here. This is a Hotpoint Aquarius WMA32 washing machine. I've been treating it like shit for a long time, and that's not going to end. It still works. It's got dud bearings in it that I think can't be replaced, or I tried and didn't get the right ones. Something along those lines. But one of my most helpful subscribers, not that you all aren't quite helpful, one of you suggested why not bung some transport bolts in a washing machine and have at it. These are transport bolts. They typically come with a warning like that, and the idea is that when you're moving the washing machine from place to place, you put them in, and you know, when they're coming from the factory, it stops the gubbins inside rattling around and damaging itself if it gets a shock, falls off a lorry, or you know, bumps it down a step or something like that. The greater scheme of things, they're not really necessary, but you know, if you're trying to buy a new machine, you want it to be pristine and tickety-boo, so they come with transport bolts, and it's your job as a consumer or an installer to remove them before you get cracking on your first wash. This machine, however, didn't come with transport bolts. This machine, I believe I found somewhere. Can't remember where. If you go back through the videos, I may well disclose in a previous video, but I've had it for quite a while now. So down on the back, somewhere here, it has these holes, and these are the wrong type of transport bolt, but for the purposes of this exercise, they'll do the job. There's one here, and it comes with a big health warning there, remove transport bolts. And some of them have a thing on top, and like I think this is part of the transport system on this machine, but for the purposes of this, I've just bunged these screws in here. There's one over the far side there, and that'll do the job. What it'll do is it'll stop the machine moving about a bit, which is kind of stupid really, because it could break the machine, but that's how it goes. I've got this machine rigged up with these stainless fixtures, and I've modified my water delivery system. I used to just have one of these guys down the side in here, but I've modified it with a double system, because this machine should take hot and cold, but I haven't rigged it up for hot and cold out here. I've just got two colds, so now I can test washing machines with a hot and cold system without using a splitter unit, and I've got these nice stainless hoses. I think that adds something to the video, you know, a bit of quality now and again. So what are we going to do? This old machine has been through a lot, and right now it's full of rags. Workshop rags and my workshop jacket, as usual, because we don't want anything being dirty. The door's got a dicky lock, dud bearings and whatnot. 40 cotton, I think. So I don't want to waste too much money on heating. And it's coming up with the correct lights. And I give it a super rinse because these things are filthy. The dirtiest of the rags were actually used to clean the machine, because the machine was left outside and it got various types of dirt on it. Now I was going to do something else, oh yes. Now I will also need some of this stuff. Very important, you know. Look at that. This machine hasn't had a lot of love. That grey dust there is metal grinding dust. I've been let's put about half of that in. I've been using this as a workbench outside. It's quite durable as a workbench. You know, a washing machine will take a pretty good load. You can stand on them and whatnot, or put another washing machine on top or whatever. That's particularly grim. Look at that. I've wiped it down somewhat, but you can see in there, like, I can't get in at the buttons. So let's got up to full spin. Let's press start. Wash light comes on. Now typically the door light will flash on this one, because it's a finicky kind of door lock. There it is. Hey, give it that kick, we're off. So let's put these aside. Let's put this aside. I don't know if this is going to dance, or if it's going to sit still. I'm probably not going to watch the whole thing, because this wash could take a couple of hours. Oh look, it's got fauna and flora, or just general wildlife. What's your name, buddy? He's going to come for a shock of his life now. It is off to a start. Stuff's going over and water's coming in and whatnot. Washing that soap down alright. So I did the oil on the car recently and I put a video up about that, and that oily rag is going to be in here. My workshop jacket, which has got smears all down the front of it. And hopefully I'll just come back when it's spinning and we'll see what happens. So I'm not going to sit through the whole lot of this. So far it's not doing anything. I think worst case scenario it tears the back off the tub where the transport bolts go through, but I don't think it will really do anything much. You can see there it seems to have a bit of a eccentricity in it. So when it starts to spin again or to turn again, you'll see it wander a bit. The drum's going up and down a little bit there. If you look in here relative to my finger, it's going in and out. That could be a sign of spider damage or just a buckled drum or anything with this machine really. The bearings are not great in it I think as well. Might have mentioned that already. So typically a machine will move a little bit as it goes, whereas this one, well I guess it can't because it's got the transport bolts in. We'll come back when it's spinning. After about 10 minutes it's in the wash and it's got bubbles, and there's nothing much more to report other than it's looking fine. I've never noticed that before in a washing machine. There's kind of a shearing action pulling the water up, which makes sense, but I guess you can't see it normally, or you don't notice it. Just in here, let's slow it down a bit again there. There it is, still going. A little bit of rag there got stuck, but it's washing away. Still on the wash phase. It's doing alright. And this little fella's still looking for his home. Don't know what he's up to at all. It's more interesting than the wash to me sometimes. Good old bubbles. They're not going to last long, but they're in there. I kind of like this machine. I don't know if you can hear that, but I think it's the element. I've not heard the element before. It's not the pump, because it's not... Oh, no, there is the pump. So I got here in the nick of time. Look at that. Oh, that's dirty, dirty water. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's fairly brown stuff. Oh, excellent. Very good. Disgusting. Oh, look at that. Gross. That's pretty filthy stuff, that. You can see bits of black floating in it as well. Yeah. Lovely. Let's get this on the tripod and we'll settle in for the spin. Maybe there is a reason why you take the transport bolts out. I just came back at an opportune time there. That was pretty good. put it back in the center. There we go. Tommy said he didn't like the shorts. Well, that's the way it is.
What's it doing right now?
What's it doing?
Yeah.
It's doing a lot of noise. I think it's going to do it again. It's on the rinse and spin, so it'll do a couple of rinses, but it'll probably do an extra rinse.
And I'll do it away. A wash.
It's doing a wash.
Yeah.
But on the positive side, if you can see that, the water's pretty clean after one rinse. There's a lot of water in that rinse phase, it's pretty good. But there's a lot of bubbles as well, so I'm guessing it needs the rinse. It's pretty good. Ooh. Pre-wash light flashing. Ooh. It's done a dance again since I was here last. It's not where I left it. So it had kinked one of the hoses. Soaking wet. Right, so pre-wash light was flashing. It had kinked this hose, but because it's full of water, I'm guessing that wasn't the issue. It's full of water. It's not full of water, but it's not drained out yet. It's got water in it. Let's try it again on a... See, I'm kind of convinced it's probably done enough spinning for today. Spin. Fast spin. Final spin. Start. Oh, it's decided to go. It's pumping out. Clean enough really for rags. Turn off that water. You can see I've changed my trousers just in case people get embarrassed or worry about continuity. There is quite a wander, if you see in that steel down there, there's quite a wander in it. Moving around. Wonder why it went on the pre-wash light flash, and that'll be an error code of something, I don't know what. If you know, tell me. It's off again. Have a look at this. They're quite loose now. If it would do a bit of a spin, you might see it jump. It's moving around. I could tighten it up, but I'm not gonna. I'll leave it to and see what happens. seems to have found some kind of balance there again. I could hear it in the house. This is out in the garage. The garage isn't attached to the house. It's made some big gouge marks here in the wood. Wow. It's pretty epic. Right, so they basically knocked themselves out. That one's especially chewed up. I don't understand all this water. And it's not really pumping out anymore. Wonder is the pump broken from all that action? I'll find out now in a minute. Oh, it's broken the transport bolt off, has it? Yeah. Wow. So one side, the thread is intact, but on this side it actually sheared the bolt off. Whoa. Mental. I think that's its spin done if it's a final spin. It's pretty mental. Sounds like the pump is pumping, but it doesn't sound like, well, there obviously isn't anything coming out at the end of the hose that I can see. It looks like it's done the job though. And you can see it's still running eccentric. What is it doing? There's gloves in there, there's rags, there's my workshop jacket. It's about 15 minutes in now, so it's been working that whole time. Now it stopped pumping. Right down to the metal, look at that. And they were tight when I put them on. Now they weren't the right bolts. Different bolts should be in further, I guess, but look, it's sheared the metal off it. WMA32. You're a tough cookie. A tough cookie, alright. Huh? Look at that. That's mental. You saw it dancing around and going left and right, and see the hoses there. They've held up alright. That's good. No leaks, no damage. Oh, it's a bit of a kink there. Now that mightn't have done it any favours because it was tugging on there. There's a kink in each of those. I hope that comes out because, look, I didn't pay for them, but they're not cheap hoses. I'd have to squeeze that back somehow. Yeah, they'll be okay. Well, sure, if not, I didn't pay for them. What odds? Is it done? End? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's see, if I put my hand up on the top of the rim there and push it, can we see it moving? You can't hear it, but I can feel it moving. That's pretty good, you know. Pretty pleased with that. Yeah. Washing with the transport bolts in. WMA32. Thanks for watching. See you later.